Behind me here is the mausoleum of Ho Chi Minh, President Ho Chi Minh, the man that led Vietnam's struggle for independence, first against the French and then against the US-backed South Vietnamese government. And it was on this square on September 2nd, 1945, that Ho Chi Minh gathered here with thousands of his followers to declare independence. It was the end of World War II. Ho Chi Minh was joined on that day by members of a force called the OSS, which was the precursor to the United States CIA.
Those Americans were welcome guests and the same men Ho Chi Minh had been collaborating with in the far north of Vietnam against the Japanese. If they understood Vietnamese, they would have felt some pride as Uncle Ho commenced his speech acknowledging Thomas Jefferson's US Declaration of Independence. Seen here during those dramatic days in Hanoi is the head of the US intelligence mission, Archimedes Paddy, with Ho Chi Minh's general, Vo Nguyen Giap, the commander of the People's Army of Vietnam. General Giap would go on to be one of the most distinguished military commanders of the 20th century. After his brief collaboration with the United States against the Japanese, General Giap would build his reputation in the fight against US-backed French colonial forces and then the US-backed South Vietnamese government. On the 2nd of September 1945, what is now Vietnam's Independence Day, Paddy sent a message back to his superiors in Washington and wrote, "Have had a long conference with Prime Minister Ho Chi Minh, and he impresses me as a sensible, well-balanced, politically minded individual. His demands are few and simple, namely, limited independence, liberation from French rule, the right to live as free people in the family of nations, and lastly, the right to deal directly with the outside world."
The French, however, had other ideas, and by later in 1945, they decided they wanted their colonies back. And so began 30 years of bloody war. The Cold War set in, the anti-communist agenda started to consume all US policy, and Ho Chi Minh found himself on the wrong side of the US government.
By late 1946, Ho Chi Minh and his men were in full-blown war with the French. They were forced back into the jungles of the north, where they would stay for 8 long years. The recent friendships forged here with US officials in the fight against the Japanese were a thing of the past.